A national-level wrestler, forced to forego his dream, becomes obsessed with training his daughters to accomplish what he couldn't, winning gold for the country. Dangal is a fine film that works on two levels. It's that kind of inspiring sports movie that gainfully employs all the tropes of the genre to deliver a rousing experience for the viewer. It also makes a strong feminist statement about girls being just as good as boys, if not better, in what has traditionally been the stomping ground of men. That predominantly male bastion extends not only to the contact sport in question, but also to Haryana, where this true story is set. A culture so steeped in patriarchy that neighbors volunteer helpful tips towards producing a male heir to parents who've birthed multiple daughters.
मेटल इस पेड़ पे नहीं उगते, उन्हें बनाना पड़ता है, प्यार से, मेहनत से, लगन से.
The film is interested in the story of Mahavir Singh Phogat, former wrestler and father of 4 girls from a small village named Belali, who coached his eldest daughters Geeta and Babita towards triumph on the world stage. Amir Khan, grizzled, pot-bellied and seldom cracking a smile, practically disappears into the character of Mahavir, a hard taskmaster who puts the girls through the ringer, ignoring their protests and those of his wife, played by Sakshi Tanwar.
जिस पहलवानी से बचा ले,
साड़ भर के लिए भूल जो कि थारी कोई माँ है.
Co-written and directed by Nitesh Tiwari, Dangal scores big on authenticity. The rigorous training the girls are put through, the sniggering from a chauvinistic society, the clashes with sports authorities, and the thrilling nail-biting bouts all ring true without a hint of artifice. There are layers too if you seek them. One of the best bits in the film is a scene in which Mahavir and Geeta wrestle. On the face of it, it's just that, father versus daughter. But simmering beneath the surface is so much more. Very often, I find my fellow critics say when they've loved a film immensely that they're willing to overlook its occasional bumps. I am too. But I've discovered that with near-perfect films, the smallest flaws stick out like a sore thumb and nag me endlessly. The same is true here. I couldn't get over the shoddy characterization of the National Sports Academy coach, played by a grossly underutilized Girish Kulkarni, who is portrayed as a one-note villain. I also couldn't for the life of me buy into a twist in the film's final act, which came off as completely unconvincing. But frankly, Dangal succeeds despite these missteps, and a big reason for that are the performances. Tiwari, who previously co-directed Chillar Party and helmed Bhootnath Returns, once again draws winning, spirited performances from his younger actors, in this case from Suhani Bhatnagar and particularly Zaira Wasim, who play the younger incarnations of Babita and Geeta respectively. A word here also for Ritvik Sahor, who plays their cousin Omkar and the source of much amusement in the film, courtesy his role as a reluctant sparring partner for the girls in their growing up years. Apar Shakti Khurana plays the older Omkar, and he's terrific too, bringing humor in unlikely places. Sakshi Tanwar as Mahavir's wife and Sania Malhotra as the older Babita are well cast and look their parts to the T. A chunk of the heavy lifting is taken care of by Fatima Sana Sheikh, who plays the older Geeta with just the right balance of youthful innocence and steely grit. But at the heart of the film is an incredible performance by Amir Khan, who doesn't just play Mahavir, he becomes him. There isn't a hint of vanity in Amir's portrayal of this overweight aging man, and you understand what drives him and you forgive him his methods.
मुझे एक बात हमेशा याद रखना बेटा, अगर सिल्वर जीती तो आज नहीं तो कल लोग तन्ने भूल जाएंगे, गोल्ड जीती तो मिसाल बन जाएगी.
Underneath the tough exterior, Amir imbues Mahavir with a tenderness that occasionally slips through. Dangal is not a perfect film, but then few films are. It's overlong at 2 hours and 41 minutes, and it's both simple and simplistic in places. But it's a solid and satisfying watch, a well-crafted look at what went into the making of two sports champions. It's a film that makes the heart swell when it isn't pounding from all the excitement of the bouts. I'm going with 4 out of 5.
माँ के पेट से मरघट तक है तेरी कहानी, पग पग प्यारे.